taking your time to be here today. This sound bath practice is one where you just give yourself a little bit of time to lay back, relax, and this is a sound bath for love. As a couple of my teachers say often, what would love have you do today? And I actually wrote that on a piece of paper and it's on my mirror. So every time I look in the mirror, I just have this message that says, what would love have you do today? And it's just a really nice reminder to be able to say, okay, I'm going to bring in a little bit of love in my day. So I'm going to come into a space of sharing love with other people, whoever crosses my path, bringing a little bit of love their way as much as I humanly can, right? I am a human, so I definitely have my ups and downs like normal people, but also giving myself that opportunity to bring that love back toward myself. And also when I do step into a space of fear-based thinking or things that kind of get into that space of I'm afraid to do this, or I'm hesitant on that, or this seems really scary, or whatever it might be, it's that reminder to come back to love. Because I don't think that the opposite of love is hate, although that is one of the other side of the spectrum, but I truly believe that the opposite of love is fear. And so when we can give ourselves a little bit of time to navigate away from fear, whether that's being afraid to start something, whether it's afraid to speak your truth, or be honest with someone, or share something with somebody, or putting a post out on Instagram, going live on Instagram, right? The first time I did it, I was terrified. And so when we come back into the space of love, that's where that extra fear kind of starts to dissipate. It starts to melt away. It starts to release. Maybe we can also give ourselves a little bit of space and see if it can just be a reminder of what we can give, not only to others, not about just a wrapped gift with a neat little bow on it, but what can we give from our hearts and what can we give to ourselves? And so I really invite you in this space and time to give yourself a little bit of love, because when we start with the self, when we give ourselves love, it becomes a lot easier to share that love with other people that come into our lives, other people that cross our paths. And so this is going to be a practice just all about love. So whatever love means to you. So I keep touching my heart space when I say the word love, because that's where, most of us tend to either feel it, or that's where we have said that we feel it in our heart space. But I'm hoping that through this sound bath, we can bring love into the entire body, and inviting love to kind of radiate out from our entire being, from the center of our core all the way out into the corners of our body, so that when we reawaken and we come back into our day and into this weekend, it's almost like we're this light kind of walking around with a little bit of extra love to give. So let's go ahead and get started in our practice. I invite you to lay down in a comfortable place and really get comfy here. So give yourself a little bit of self-love by putting a pillow underneath your head, maybe even putting a pillow or a blanket under your knees, especially if you have anything going on in your back. If laying on your back doesn't feel comfortable, laying on your side is always appropriate as well. And really, as you come into that space of self-love, do what is right for you. You might cover your eyes up so that you can block out the extra light that might stimulate you if you see things kind of moving in front of your eyelids. Maybe you choose to sit up if laying down is really uncomfortable for you. And give yourself this space today that if you fall asleep, that's okay. It's always okay to fall asleep in a sound bath practice, but especially today, with this space of love, can you really, truly drop into that place in your heart and just be compassionate with yourself. Be very kind to yourself and whatever this practice brings for you today. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale, sigh your breath out. Let's do that again. Take an inhale and imagine the breath goes into your body, into your heart space, and rests there as a little light. And then open your mouth, exhale, send that light out into every corner of your being. One more time. This time, the energy starts at your heart. This light grows as you inhale into every corner of your body. You might hold your breath in at the top for just a moment, unless you're pregnant. Sip in a little extra air, a little extra love and light. And then open your mouth, exhale, sigh the breath out and soften through your body. Imagine a gentle softening melting down through the top of your head, through the space of your face, through both sides of your neck, relaxing through your shoulders, into your arms. If your hands are gripping tightly or your hands are face down, maybe you spin your palms to face upward. So even though you are giving yourself love, can you also be open to receive? Invite a gentle release to the entire side of your back, surrendering into the support below you. Soften the front side of your torso and see if you can create a little more space in your chest, your rib cage, your belly every time you breathe in. Invite this gentle softening to move down through your legs and out your feet. And if there's any tension that you carry with you from your week, just imagine that moving all the way down to your feet and then pouring out the tips of your toes. You no longer need it. With every inhale, you grow a little bit lighter, a little bit fuller. With every exhale, you invite a release of tension, of stress, and any fear that you might be holding on with you today. And as you sink into this space a little bit more, softening every muscle, every joint, every cell of your being. And just imagine your heart opening up just a little bit more, allowing yourself to receive the love from this practice, from my heart to yours, and to give the love that you cultivate within yourself, not only to the world around you, but especially back to yourself. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Rest your attention and awareness in the space of your heart in the center of your chest. And just imagine every time you breathe in, this light and love within your heart space begins to grow. It begins to multiply, inviting healing and softening and ease to your entire being. Inhale and exhale. And as you breathe, imagine that light growing in your heart. Notice what color it is. And just simply rest with this light as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Begin to take that light and start to send a little bit of love to your feet and your toes. Give thanks to your legs. Just send a little bit of love to the lower part of your body, this space that connects you to the earth, into the root of your spine and the root of your being. Now begin to move that love up into the space of your hips and your pelvic bowl. And this center of creativity, this center of self. And just notice if you feel a tightening through your hips or through your low belly. Can you breathe a little deeper and soften into that space as you send it love? Inhale and exhale. Begin to move your awareness into the space of your belly, into the solar plexus, into this space where digestion happens and our internal fire grows. And invite a little bit of love into that space. And again, a little bit of softening into a space that maybe we tense up and tighten in our day-to-day lives. Breathe into your belly and send this space love. Love to move up into your heart center once again. And not just creating that love from this space, but actually giving your heart space love and kindness and compassion. Not just in the front of your heart, but on both sides of your heart, the top and the bottom, and even the back side of your heart, so that your entire heart space is surrounded with love as you breathe. Inhale and exhale. Begin to send that love from your heart into the space of your throat, into this center of communication, not just speaking, but also listening, true communication, and not just with others, but with yourself as well. Send love to this space of communication and this space in your neck and throat. Allow that love to gently drift up in between the brows to the third eye, in the space of intuition, the space of knowing. And not just the third eye center and this energetic space, but also can you give thanks to your mind? Yes, sometimes our mind can be our worst enemy, but it's also such a beautiful thing to be able to think, to reason. Well, give your mind and your intuition thanks and love. Now move that awareness up to the top of your head, hovering right above the crown of your head, and give thanks to your connection to all living beings, to everyone and everything around you, to something greater than yourself. And just imagine that love moves from the top of your head and begins to surround your entire body like a comforting cocoon as you snuggle into the space where you are laying just a little bit more. Inhale and exhale love. Inhale and exhale love. Inhale and exhale love. Begin to breathe a little bit deeper. And as you notice how you feel in this moment, can you continue to invite a little lightness, a little openness, and a space for love? I invite you to place your hands on top of your heart. And as you breathe deeply, just simply become aware of the rise and fall of your hands as you breathe. Many of us don't take time very often to reflect love back to ourselves, to really give ourselves time to say, thank you, body. Thank you, mind. Thank you, breath. Thank you, spirit. So I invite you to lay here for as long as you need and just soak in these vibrations of love that you've created for yourself simply by putting yourself in the mindset of inviting a little bit more of an open heart. If you feel ready to move back into your day with movement, start to take a nice gentle stretch of your body. And if stillness is what's calling you, stay in stillness for as long as you need. Let's take a collective breath together. Full inhale together as a community. And open the mouth, sigh your breath out, let it go. And I invite you, before you open your eyes, to take this space of growing the love that is within you and share that with everyone and everything, and again, especially yourself. As you open your eyes and come back into the room around you, can you allow yourself to take that love and that self-love with you? It's not just reserved for times when we're practicing yoga or meditation or sound bath, but love is something that we can bring into every action, every word, and even every thought that we have. I want to thank you all so much for taking your time to be here and to practice self-love. Love for yourself, and I can feel the love from all of you that are here right now. Thank you so very much for being here. From my heart to yours, I am sending you love. The goodness and light that's within me sees and honors the goodness and light within you.